Okay, welcome to Coding Bat. The first thing that you're going to need to do is go in and create your own account. I'm already logged in as me. The next thing that you want to do is make sure that you go into Preferences. Once you go into Preferences, it'll say Teacher Share, and you want to share it with my email address, which is on the instructions there. Make sure that in this name category here that you type in last name, comma, first name. That really helps me if everybody is alphabetized. Okay, so how do we use Coding Bat? Coding Bat is sort of a little helpful thing that we're going to use throughout the year, and I'm going to kind of walk you through it. Notice that there's Java and Python at the top. We're only going to be working in Java. Click on Warmup 1. These are some good, easy problems to get you started if you're having a rough time going straight into it. These are also going to have the solutions available to you. I'm going to click on Parrot Trouble. That's an interesting one. And let's just go through a few things just to remind ourselves how this works. These are the method headers that are given to us, and we're actually given a description of what Parrot Trouble needs to do. So it says we've got a loud talking parrot, the hour parameter is the current hour in the time range of 0 to 23. We're in trouble if the parrot is talking and the hour is before 7 or after 20. So it says return true or if we're in trouble. Notice the method header that they've already created for us. It has a return type of boolean, because up here it said in the directions we need to return true if we're in trouble. And of course we assume we return false if we're not in trouble. Here's the name of the method, and these are our parameters. So this method header is actually telling you that you are going to be given two variables, two information, two parameters. One is going to be a bool, talking, true or false, is he talking? The other one is going to be an int, which is going to tell you the hour. So what's going to happen is you're going to need to write the method inside here. This information here is telling you what should happen if we passed Parrot Trouble the parameters true and 6. So true means he is talking and the hour is 6. So that's before 7. We know we're in trouble. So that's showing, yes, it's going to return true because we are in trouble. Here he's talking, but the hour is 7. So we're not in trouble. It should return false. Here he's not talking. It's before 6, but we're not in trouble. He's not talking. So it should return false. So this is an example of some parameters that would be passed and what the answer should be. So that's your goal, is to make it do that. So let's think about this. First thing is if, and we need to write our conditional statement. Remember, conditional statements always evaluate to either true or false. And we're going to say, okay, we're in trouble if he's talking. So we're going to say if talking and the hour is, let's see, less than 7, or hour is greater than 20. Now remember, this bool, this is a bool variable. It actually holds either true or false. So this is sufficient here if we want talking to be true. If you're not comfortable with this, again, just say if talking equals true and hour is less than 7 or hour is greater than 20. That's fine. Either way works. But this is sufficient to evaluate. Talking is going to evaluate true or false. Okay. So in here, if that's the case, we know we're in trouble if he's talking between those hours, so we're going to return true. Okay. In this case, we don't need an else-if statement, or an else-if statement, because all we're doing is either returning true or false. So if those conditions are not met, we're not in trouble, we're going to say return false. And that's it. That's really all we have to do for this method. So then I'm going to click go. And they're going to run a bunch of test cases that they have. So let's see what happens when we click go. Okay, so these are the test cases that they ran, and what the expected value was. True 6, true 7, false 6. We saw those already. So here's one. True and the hour is 21. Should be we are in trouble. That's good. Our thing worked. These red boxes indicate that our code is not exactly correct. We've made some logic errors somewhere. Because in this case, we passed it false 21. He's not talking, and it's after 20. It should return false. We should not be in trouble, but it did return that we are in trouble. So we've got a problem. These red boxes tell us that we have to go back and look at what's wrong. Well, I can tell you what's wrong. What we need is to include parentheses here. And if we include these parentheses so that this part is evaluated first instead of this part, and we click go, we're going to see that this actually works. And all of these test cases came out the way we expected them to. So another great thing about this warm-up section is that the show solution tells you what the solution is, but it also tells you why the solution is. So this one said we need the extra parentheses around the or clause since and binds more tightly than or. Really what that means is, and we didn't talk about this in class, is that and is like the arithmetic multiplication and or is like the arithmetic the arithmetic plus. This has precedence over this. So we had to evaluate this portion first and then go back and say talking and is this part true? I hope that made sense. So that's your introduction to the warm-up. I'm also going to go back and show you in the second video a little bit about how to access the real problems that are going to be part of your assignment.